Flock up or flock off, not you. Stick around because it's about to go down. You now flock with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse. Let's flock and go. You already know how this thing goes. What? What else? Can you smell what the flock is cooking, y'all? We need to cook a damn W. That's exactly what needs to go down this week, man. We here on Super Crazy Freestyle, Super Saturday. I don't know what the flock you want to call this, man. The game's on. I'm not even watching this game, bro. Ain't no therapy all week, so you know I'm on edge. I'm crazy. I'm finally back to back. Just feeling a little bit better, so you know what I'm saying? We can move around. I want to get my back rubbed. Get my body moving. Should not be quoting that guy. I'm wilding. Regardless of what, y'all, man. Let's get the Nets keeping out of the way. Let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe about that Fly Eagles Fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Noti gang. You hit that bell. You get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly, y'all, man. So what comes to mind over this week? Yeah, we've been in the L hole super heavy this week, man. Sorry I ain't seen y'all all week. Been going through some things and all that. Ironing a few things out, you know what I mean? I apologize on my behalf, on the all maniacs behalf, everything, you know, just the whole, like, just all of these personnel, everything that, all encompassing. I apologize. Thank y'all for checking in, man. See the subs is up. I'm seeing comments is up. I ain't even checked those yet, man. I'm so distraught over that last loss. I know we got to be strong. It's just the way we want our team to be stronger during these times, man. But this L hole was so deep, bro. Like losing to the damn Cardinals, and you know what? Now I think over the past few years, they do play us very well. But I mean, you can probably go through a list of all teams. This is the NFL. You can probably go through a rut of going through any team, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, bro. Like it just seems like I just can't stand those teams, bro. And even more so when we lose to them. I know we beat them last year, but we by a hair, bro. And this year, they beat us by a hair. You know, when we play each other very rough. And, you know, just this team, how we're playing against everybody right now, every game is tight. And, you know, we're hanging our hat on last year's laurels, you know, Super Bowl team. And, you know, we're going to get our best from every team and all that. But now at this point of the season, you are who you are. To quote one of their coaches, famous coaches, Danny Green, we are who we think we are at this point of the season, man. And it's just, I'm gonna take a step back, though, because listen to AJ's comments over the week. Oh, snap, we're going to have to go rid of that. Over the week, I poked my beak in, opened my eagle eye. Seen a few things, and we on the right. Oh snap, we wilding over here, y'all. You know we do this thing on the fly. It's been a while, man. We had another mini maniac in here last night. My nephew was going crazy, you know. So let's straighten a few things out. Looks a little crazy. Regardless of what, we still in here doing the damn thing, right? So check it out. We've got AJ Brown's comments. Those comments were refreshing. Hearing other people speak about the team, some things have been refreshing over the week. You know, a few things left me deeper in the hole than what I would like to be, deep in the L hole. Don't get any ideas. You guys are crazy. I'm crazy. So, you know, AJ Brown's comments, just, you know, taking accountability, saying that he thinks this team has a lot more in us. I believe Gordo Flacco hit me up during the week. He was like, bro, you see what AJ Brown said gives me new faith, new faith in the season. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't even checked it yet. I've been so encumbered with so many other things during the past week that it's just like I couldn't even, So, but what I did tell him, I was like, Gordo Flacco, if you down with it, if you flying with it, I'm flying with it. If you flocking with it, I'm flocking with it. Flock, 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 flock. Let's flock and go. So let's do this thing. You know, let's get back on the right track. I'm riding with the A train, the AJ train. You know, the flock chain is rising. We're going to get back on this thing. We're going to get this thing right, man. I mean, what leads me to say this, just mostly the things that A.J. Brown said. A.J. Brown believes that this team has the right people, the right talent, the right coaches. Things in times of adversity, you're going to have things pulling on all forces, pulling in all ways. Gravity's pulling back on you because you're trying to strive, you're trying to fly, and everything is going to sometimes just go against you. Just like when everything is going right, sometimes everything can go wrong at one time. We're just going to have to get out of this sooner than later, which lends me back to something else that I was thinking about. Like, what can we do? I haven't touched the flock pots in a while. What do we have for your flock pots today? We got a little bit of AJ Brown, and I'm going to step into a little bit of Maddox right now. Let's bring the flock pots back. I'm just trying to think of ways that I could exact energy into the universe to get this team on the right track. If it's something that I can do, I hope it is. Then again, I hope they can do it. I hope they can just get out of this hole, rise in the, shine in the fires, rising up. I don't even know. You feel me? Like, overcome in the face of adversity, get things right, get things going in the right direction, you know? So Maddox, what I want to say about Maddox. So we got things going in the right direction. Maddox, I do believe, last week, you remember, I don't know if you recall, in the post-game, remember, I wasn't going to hop in here, and I was like, no, I got to hop in here. We got to stand strong even in that loss. Rain, sleet, or snow, Eagles train to go. And we're about to get some snow. So let's flock and go. We got just we do this. We do this. 24/7, 360 fly, we fly. We have to. It's incumbent upon us to do this. So, that being said, Maddox coming back. I said I didn't see him. I was like, oh, was he even on the field? Maybe they didn't give him a lot of burn. Then once you started watching the tape, there was a lot of tape watching throughout the week of other people watching tape, and our boy wasn't looking too well out there, And you could look at it from one lens saying maybe he came back a bit too soon. But I'd rather him knock the rust off sooner than later, So let's knock that rust off, get him back into the swing of things, get him back into the wing of things, and let's get this thing going again. This guy, he's very crucial on this defense, albeit we don't even know what's going on defense. I believe that switch up in the middle of the season, at least in my opinion, was a desperation move. It's just not something that I believe. But then it's a double-edged sword, because on one end you'll say it's not something that winning teams do. But one thing that we can trust and believe in this team is the fact that they're willing to pivot at any moment. They're not going to sit there and keep doing the same dumb thing over again and looking for a different result. Albeit, as I say it, I think of this defense in week 1 and this defense in week 17, week 18. There's a lot of change, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on. So we can't say that just some of the same dumb mistakes that we see. Like we've seen them excel in certain areas and then fall off in certain areas and come back. Like we yet to see this whole thing come together as a cohesive unit. And you ask yourself the question, can they not do it? They can do it, because we've seen them do it at certain junctions of the season in different aspects of the defense, albeit we haven't seen it come together as one yet. As a one, it just drives you crazy, because on one end you could be upset, you could be depressed, you could be downtrodden, left to think that there's no way that they're going to get out of this hole. However, you've seen them be able to do certain things at certain times. So they have the ability to do it. So you can't sit back and think that. It's just like, why? What is the why? I've said this before over here. Like, it's great to know something. It's great to know how something goes. But it's even better to know why, because then you can figure out what's going on, the inner workings of something, to really figure it out and get this thing going. And I need this thing to go. We need this thing to go. It is go time right now. We're 2 weeks away from the playoffs. Guaranteed we're playing week 1 of the playoffs, looking at a 5 seed. Yeah, not quite the way we thought this thing would play out, starting 10-1. And I know I said it a few times early in the season. Something about the scenes you get little feelings of that. I believe it was the 2020 or the 2021 Pittsburgh Steelers, where they started off hot and then they just went down during the COVID season, I believe. Yeah, because then they had to play a game on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or some craziness. It was wild. But I can't. When I look at these two teams, I'm like, they had a old Ben Roethlisberger. We have a young Jalen Hurts, though, so that leads you to believe, like, oh, this thing can happen. We got young up-and-coming offensive linemen, great vets on this offensive line, Hall of Famers, and I don't think these guys are too old. I mean, speaking of which, one thing that we didn't touch on because I wasn't here during the week, speaking of our Pro Bowlers, and I know a lot of us really don't give a damn about a Pro Bowl this season, because if the Pro Bowls aren't accruing wins, then who gives a damn? Albeit 11 wins is nothing to... I'll never get this saying right. It's nothing to poo-poo, Like, it's nothing to bow your head about. Like, something to raise your head high about. 11 wins in this league is a great thing. It's just the trend, where this trend is going, just seems a bit off. But once again, back to let's try to stay, trying to keep a maniac focus is quite the task. But let's try and keep this thing going. Maddox, knock that rust off sooner than later. I'm loving that. Let's get this thing going. Congratulations to the Pro Bowlers. Like I said, the offensive line, albeit some of they're savvy vets. These are Pro Bowl vets. Jason Kelsey, super Pro Bowler. You got Lane Johnson, a Pro Bowler. You got Landon Dickinson, a Pro Bowler. I believe Jalen Hurts is even an alternate. DeAndre Swift, a Pro Bowler. Let's flock and go. Hassan Reddick still doing this damn thing. I'm probably forgetting somebody, which is super foul. A.J. Brown. What am I talking about? A.J. Brown, Pro Bowl. I believe that was six of them. And then Jalen Hurts being the alternate. Jake Elliott was a snub. But, I mean, you look at what that boy, and I hate to, as much as we hate to say it, that boy down there in Dallas, Aubrey, is doing the damn thing. Like, it sickens me that they found that dude. They're two specialists, the punt returner, the kick returner, whatever. Turpin and this guy Aubrey, they're doing some real Eagle stuff down there as far as them picking off the USFL. I believe they're picking these guys off from down there and making their team incrementally better, man. But enough of that, enough of them. Brent Covey, I think did he make it? Brent Covey should definitely be in there. Regardless of what, man, just can't wait for this game tomorrow, 4:30. I'm mad that they flexed it. I was looking forward to a 1 o'clock start for the first time in a long, well, albeit last week was a 1 o'clock start, and that didn't go quite well for us. Yuck. Good team coming from the West Coast to our time zone, a 1 o'clock game. We're supposed to wipe them up, not to mention their ass. But then again, it looks like we're ass. But we're out of the L hole. Positive vibes. Let's keep this thing going. Keep this flock train going. Woo! And all of that. I just don't know. I'm quite beside myself at this point of the season. But all I can do is hold on to hope, faith in our EHLES. Let's flock and go. You know, and that's just where I'm at with it, man. Leave it down in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel, bro. We're playing the Giants tomorrow. This is all weekend pep rally. Let's get this thing going. I played some, like, not last week. I went back into the week before when we beat the Giants. So, yeah, we played them again, right? So we're playing them 2 times in 3 weeks. I don't even know how I feel about that anymore. Regardless of whom or what, for that Giants game, we put on some crazy, crazy hardcore music for the pregame, you know, like get super hype. And then I went back to some BS last week. So we're going to crank it up to like 20,000 million, get this thing going and just try and get your craziest, most, you know, like most motivational music going. Just put these good vibes out there to our team, man. Get this thing going. Yeah, I don't even know how it's rolling. We got to get Maniac Jr. back to college tomorrow. I don't even know how this thing is going, but we're going to find a way, just like we need our team to find a way in these playoffs to overcome, persevere through the face of adversity, traverse these hard times and all of this bad weather. Come through these skies, flying high like eagles do. Let's flock and go. You know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time, man. Till your next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. And you know what else I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time? We got questions. It's always equals o'clock around here. We got questions for you, NFL. We got questions for you, NFC and NFCs. But most importantly, we got questions for you, Giants, on Sunday. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Let's flock and go. Say it with me one time. EAGLES. Eagles. Woo! That one sounded crazy, but you know what? They've been sounding good the last few weeks. Maybe the crazy one is what we needed. Let's get the fuck out of here.